My name is Richard Kalvar. I'm often called a street photographer, but I don't really believe in the term street photography because what if you're in the street taking pictures and then you get thirsty and you walk into a cafe and you see something and you take a picture? Does that count? Because it's not in the street. So I would say I'm a photographer who takes unposed pictures of people and things that seem to be people, like animals and sometimes trees and stones and things. I dropped into photography by total chance. I went to university and things got worse and worse so that I was supposed to graduate at the end of the year. I wasn't going to make it. And I took a leave of absence. And I went back to New York, which is where I came from. And I was looking for a job, just anything. This was the late 60s. I didn't realize it at the time, but it was actually a pretty good time to not know what you were going to do. In fact, most people didn't seem to know what they wanted to do in life. I was having dinner with a couple of friends of mine, and the husband said, I work for a photographer, a French fashion photographer. He changes assistants all the time. And I never figured out why, but he hired me, because I didn't know anything about photography. I'd never touched the camera. Since he was a generous guy, he let me borrow his cameras and take pictures of the models and so on, but also go out in the street and walk around. So I would take the camera and I'd walk around the street. Not with the idea, I'm going to photograph X. I'll walk around and see what I see. A little less than a year after I began working for him, I started getting the urge to travel to Europe. And he gave me his old Pentax as a going-away present. I almost couldn't get it into my knapsack, and I thought, well, should I really take this? But I did. I managed to, push a little harder and got it in, and then that's what changed my life. At the end of the trip, I knew that I was a photographer. Those 10 months, walking around with no purpose, just to see what I would see, and then seeing how I could make it better. And what if I moved a little bit to the right? What if I stepped back? What if I moved in? What if I did this? What if I did that? I got back all these contact sheets from the lab, a couple of hundred rolls of film, looked at them like this. God, it was a terrible experience because I looked at all these terrible pictures. Then I started looking at them one by one. I started putting little marks under, grease pencil marks on the contact sheets, under the ones that seemed vaguely interesting for one reason or another. So I did that, and then, I went through, then I only looked at the ones that had little marks, and sometimes I would put a little longer mark, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And finally, some of them had lines completely underline the whole bottom of the picture. And then I would kind of put a little hook up on the right side. At the end, I had some pictures that I had boxed off. That was a wonderful experience. I discovered who I was. I saw what kind of pictures I was taking. I observed that I was taking pictures from a point of view, feelings, a certain attitude that I always had anyway. Kind of being a wise guy and playing on the edge of humor. It just came out naturally. It was so wonderful. I bought my first Leica in 1968. But since I was doing professional work, the difference is, if I come back and I don't have a picture, okay, then I had a bad day. If I'm working for a client, I have to come back with a picture. I started using electronic Sonys in the early 2000s. Sony showed up at a Magnum meeting and gave us all these, I forget the model, it was a model that had a built-in Zeiss, big fat Zeiss 35mm lens. I took a whole lot of really good pictures with it, and technically really, really good. It just made life flow much more easily. I take pictures of things that are really happening. They depend on reality, at least the way I do it, unposed pictures. But in fact, it's different. It's not reality. It's an instant, 125th of a second. But it looked like reality. And that was something that, that seemed really interesting to play with. What I love about taking pictures, I don't always love it because it can be very frustrating also. I've gone for months sometimes trying to take pictures and not getting anything. It can be very frustrating. But when it works, it's suddenly everything clicks, and it really feels good. And even trying to get there is pretty interesting.